Hello, Double here, and this is an after-action report for Combat Mission. It's the second battle in the Kampfgruppe Peiper campaign entitled Command Decisions. Apologies for any mispronunciation. After securing the crossroads just northwest of Honsfield, the Spitz has driven hard west. It's 1600 hours on the 17th of December 1944, and we are just outside of Stavelot. The Spitz's mission goal is to push as far west as quickly as possible. We must now make an operational command decision. In front of us are the hamlet Loader Mez and La Voulle-Richard. We are to advance and secure Loader Mez. We can then choose to halt our advance and rest overnight, which will ensure we receive supplies and reinforcements, or we can choose to continue our advance, secure Richard, and then continue our push into Stavelot and the bridge over the river before nightfall. If we advance, we will receive no resupply. However, it will be harder for the Americans to form an effective defence. Looking at the terrain map, we are in the southeastern corner. There is a single track road leading to and through Loader Mez, then on to Richard. The road is on a gentle slope to the river's edge in the north, with dense forest to the south. It's overcast, but visibility is good. My force consists of the Spitz from the previous battle. I have a full platoon of Panzer IVs comprising 5 tanks, 1 and 2 pioneer sections totaling 8 infantrymen, and the remnants of 1st Platoon. 1st Platoon took the heaviest casualties in the last battle and has only 14 men, including command. I'm also missing the Stummel. I have 40 minutes to secure Loader Mez and to secure Richard if I wish to continue to push on to Stavelot. I have absolutely no intel on the defenders. I'm guessing it's going to be no more than a platoon, probably less. They'll be scattered in small groups, probably 1 or 2 HMGs, anti-tank rifle grenades, and potentially bazookas. To the point of the scenario title, I need to make a command decision. I'm going to try and push forward. My ammo levels are fine. I'm light on infantry, but I can work around that in this terrain. And if I'm to secure both objectives, I need to be decisive. I have only 40 minutes to secure and hold both locations. My plan is simple. I have no specific terrain objectives. I shall form a column, drive down the road, and punch my way through Loader Mez and on to Richard. I've emptied 2 of the half tracks. They will act as lead elements, scout the road, and attract enemy fire, revealing the GI's locations to the follow-on forces. After the scouts, called 1 and 2, will come Panzer IV, then the Command Centre Panzer, then 1st Platoon in 1 half track, followed by Panzer I, II and 3, followed by 4 half tracks of the Pioneers and the Spitz Command. Once secured, 1st Platoon will hold Loader Mez and the Pioneers will move on to Richard with any Panzer support necessary. I have good line of sight, so I shall spot, fix and then destroy the defenders. I have only 22 infantrymen, and I need them to mop up and clear buildings and forest. Protecting them will be a priority along with the panzers. The half-tracks will have to be expendable. The column is on the move. I lay down preemptive fire and quickly get fired upon. The gunner goes down. Panzer II gets a spot and Panzer III almost runs into the back of it. Further fire from Loader Mez on the second half track. Another gunner down. Scout half-track 1 pulls off the road, and Panzer 4 takes the lead. The entire column is on weapons free. Like I said, I'm going to punch my way through. Scout 1 moves up to take the lead again. It's crewed only by the driver now, so it's more like a moving target. The rest of the column follow. Scout 1 drives into Loader Mez. Followed by Panzer 4 and Command Panzer. The sun is low as the shadows creep along the walls. A poorly aimed bazooka. The driver slams Scout 1 into reverse, and Panzer 4 opens fire. Eventually, I don't have time to be subtle or sophisticated. First platoon turn up to help clear through the village. Each section is only 3 or 4 men, so I'm going to keep them close and with support from tanks. Scout 1 has once again taken the lead. 1 section goes left, 2 section goes right. Scout 1 moves forward, halts, then Panzer 4 follows up, laying down preemptive fire where appropriate. The rest of the panzers move up, covering the flanks, accompanied closely by the infantry. Panzer III has dropped to the rear, providing overwatch and then following up, covering the rear as tail end Charlie. The column has advanced into the settlement of Loader Mez. Both gunners in Scout 1 and 2 are casualties, but I continue to use the half-tracks at the front of the column. They're acting more as bait, potentially identifying any mines as well. My greatest concern is anti-tank weapons, infantry or guns. The Panzers have proved effective against the GIs, but I need to keep them at a distance of 100 meters or more to limit the effectiveness of any infantry AT. Timing is looking good, so I shall continue with the orders to capture Richard. Just outside of Loader Mez, Scout 1 comes under fire. He reverses out of infantry AT range. And the Panzer platoon go to work. I quickly resume the advance. What was that and where did it come from? One section is in close support on the left flank and quickly spots the GIs. They were quickly dealt with and my luck holds. Once again, Scout 1 drives forward. Ambushed by a bazooka, and the driver's killed. Panzer IV is following behind, but at quite a distance. First platoon are still checking through Loader Mez. But the column needs to push forward, on to Richard. I don't have clear line of sight to where I think the bazooka was hidden, but I'm laying down suppressive fire in the larger area. The Panzers set up to watch over the forest at the side of the road, whilst the Pioneers are brought up to scout through the area. I decide to bring first platoon rather than leave them in Loader Mez. The Panzers need the close infantry support. The 2IC and Section 1 from 1st Platoon were already on the western side of Loader Mez. They joined the Pioneers on foot. Exploratory fire. The rest of 1st Platoon move in. I order Panzer IV forward in close support. And no sign of the ambusher. Third section, 1st Platoon come under fire. It looks like 2 ambush groups. The blazing Panzer is lighting up the darkening afternoon. I have so little infantry, but it's all I can use to try and fight in the forest. I think buddy aid in this campaign is going to be important. The bazooka is still out there. I have around 15 minutes left to achieve my objective, and I think the bazooka infantry is down. Scout 2 moves forward to test my theory. They drive cautiously. With the road already blocked, I don't need an abandoned half-track in the mud blocking the way. The pioneers double-check the forest. The Spitz Commander and Panzer III are holding Loader Mez whilst the rest of the group advance. I shall continue to lead with a half-track, Scout 2, who also lost the gunner. Panzer I will now act as the lead tank, with Panzer IV knocked out and the crew lost. I think I'm okay for time, it really depends on the defences at Richard. Worst case, if we can't secure the second objective, we hold overnight and resupply, but I'd really like to push forward. Scout 2 has quickly come across further defenders. I'm anticipating the sound of AT. but it looks like it's only small arms fire. But then, looks like a rifle grenade. The panzers quickly lay down blanket fire. As the infantry maintain their close support. Half tracks provide further firepower. A second American stronghold opens up on half track. I'm expecting the gunner to go down. This time it goes my way. And the panzers open up on the second building. I reorganise first platoon. Then they manoeuvre around the left side of the road, so they're not crossing panzer or half-track fire. Scout 2 pushes into the objective to Richard. As the pioneers move out of the forest in support. The hidden defenders have revealed themselves, and everybody opens up on them. The last of the defence withdraw, and I take both objectives. I managed to keep my casualties to a minimum. I think the 6 killed were 5 in Panzer IV and the driver of Scout 1. The scenario was pretty easy. I think the victory is to minimise your losses. Also, it's not numerically clear on what my command decision means to units, resupply, etc. But we're going to move on. A quick look at the battlefield. I was again facing a hastily assembled group, this time from the 291st Combat Engineers. They were never going to be able to repel me with my force composition. If I'd suffered heavier losses of infantry whilst taking the crossroads, it would have made this scenario considerably harder, especially around the forest. I hope you enjoyed the video, and the choice of campaign, and I'll see you all in installment 3.